It's you talk, baby.
You Talk family, what go on? This your boy D. I wanted to come on and tell you guys thank you to everyone, my whole entire You Talk family that's been supporting me since I started doing this back in 2020. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you guys. And a big thank you to everyone that is signed up with your You Talk memberships. Thank you very much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. I also wanted to say thank you and shout out to our super producer, the man himself, Mr. King Judge, KJ Production, Mr. Marquise Judge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate everything you do. I love you, brother. You already know. Also, a big thank you and shout out to our super co-host, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. You Talk family, I know y'all appreciate him, and I do as well. Shout out to Mr. Larry Frank Jr. Thank you for all that you do, brother. I love you. Let's get into it, man. Let me tell you about these 3 different memberships that we got going on at You Talk. The first membership is the You Talk Club. And with that membership, you will receive different loyalty badges for every month that you are a member of the You Talk family. The second membership is the You Talk VIP. And with that membership, you will receive 10% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. And you will get different photos and videos whenever we're out and about. We'll be sending you different stuff. And the third membership is the You Talk Box. And with that membership, you will receive exclusive content when we're doing special interviews with special guests. You will have access to those interviews, and you will get 15% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. So those are your 3 memberships. Pick one of the 3, and if you don't, it's still all good. It's all love over here at You Talk, but everybody that's got their memberships, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, like I said. So, like I said before, thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the movement. Everybody stay safe, take care. And y'all know how we start every video and every show that we do. And y'all know how we end every video and every show that we do. It ain't no us without you, baby. And I'm out. We love you guys. Take care. It's You Talk.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of You Talk Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, You Talk is the people show. Look, You Talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people, and Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat, but hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's that real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. Is that You Talk? Yeah.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah.
It's You Talk, baby.
The #1 podcast.
It's you talk, baby.
Anybody who know how it feel to be ride clean, standing tall, top down, sunlight catching the beard, shining on.
It's you talk, baby.
You Talk family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D. And shout out to my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr., man. Larry Frank ain't going to be able to join us tonight. Him and our brother South Coast Canes. We want to keep them in our prayers because we got the hurricane, I think Francine, that should be touching down in Louisiana in the next 48 hours. So I asked the You Talk family and our Cane Nation family, man, to pray for Larry Frank Jr. and South Coast Canes, man, and all of our people that's out there, man, on the West, man. Just be careful out there in Texas and Louisiana, man, for this hurricane that's about to pass through. So let's keep them in our prayers, man. So shout out to our brother Larry Frank Jr. and South Coast Cane. Listen, man, we are here. We are here. Y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. Cane Nation, Utah family, what's going on? What's going on, man? Let's shout out everybody. Like I said, South Coast Cane, what's going on? He said that I'll be there in spirit. I'm preparing for Francine. Prayers and thoughts to my man, Mr. Frank and Rocky, and anyone else. Peace, love, and soul, guys, man. Love you, South Coast, man. You guys, y'all stay safe out there. We praying for all of you guys, man. Shout out to our brother, Cuban Cane, man. Shout out to Cuban Cane, man. South Coast, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother Larry Frank Jr., man. Shout out to our super producer, the man himself, Mr. KJ Production. King Judge is always in the building. Shout out to King Judge. Shout out to Jamal Davis. He's in the building. Jamal Davis, what's going on, my guy, my brother, man? Shout out to Man on the Mission. Shout out to Chris Kane for Life is in the building. Shout out to my mother, Linda English. I love your sweetness. See that you ain't even give me a chance to say, what's up, mother? You already in here. Shout out to Cole Breezy, man. What's going on, Cole Breezy? What it do? What it do, man? Shout out to Double A. That's my family, man. That's my boy, man. Shout out to Double A. Antonio Abner's in the building, man. Sherry Lewis. What's up, cousin? How you doing tonight, man? Shout out to Sherry Lewis. Shout out to everybody, man. Where's James Freeman? I see you in here, James. What's up, James? Shout out to James Freeman, man. He's in the building, man. What's up, James Freeman? What it do? Y'all know how it is, man. It's a post-game show tonight, man. Post-game show. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity. We're not going to be on that long tonight. Y'all know how these Monday shows are, man. I ain't got a lot of y'all money, man. Some of us got to work. You know what I'm saying? But I always like to come on. And if you've been following me, man, since I started doing this, man, we do the post-game show, but we ain't on all night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give everybody a chance, as many people as we can, to call up, man. Shout out to Marine E. That's my guy. Marine E, what up? What's good, man? I'm going to be snacking tonight, too, y'all, so y'all can help me get through this because I can't eat late. Tried not to eat after 8 o'clock, man, so I didn't have a chance to eat. I had to rush in here, man, and get some stuff done. So I'm going to be eating some grapes, man. So shout out to the family. Shout out to Marine E, man. He's in the building, man. Shout out to my guy. Listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, all right, let me show y'all. I know I'm going to get some trolls tonight. See, Florida State, man, I don't run. I don't run for my league. My Raiders, I've been telling y'all this. I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback. And I got one for sale, man. Will anybody be willing to take Gardner Minshew off my hands? I'll take your quarterback. Anything. I'll take your second, third string quarterback. Shout out to George Diaz, man. Our brother George is in the building, man. Shout out to George Diaz. I'll take the 2-0, but still got 2 weeks to get better and work on some stuff before we get into ACC play. I'm with you. I totally agree with you on that as well, George. I'm just, listen, man, the team looked good. The team looked good. I mean, I was never worried at any point in the game. I mean, we're talking about, I'm sorry, y'all, FAMU versus Miami, man. It was 56-9. I think we was up like 25-6 at the half. And a lot of people were saying that they were kind of worried. You know, they were worried because, you know, we wasn't opening it up. But I liked the fight because this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the younger guys play, and I wanted them to be put in situations. You know, I want to see them in situations. Hold the line, Cole. I want to see them in situations. I want to see what actual, you know, the depth that we say that we have. Continue to play those guys because you're going to need those guys during the season, man. Injuries are going to happen. So when they get the opportunity and you can play them, put them in the game, and let's see what we got, man. I think Cam threw for 300 yards. Cam threw for, 304, 3 touchdowns. It was just a balanced attack. I think 12 different wide receivers caught passes, man. What more can you ask for, man? Mr. Magic, what's going on? He's in the building. Let's give him a hand, man. You know Mr. Magic is always with us. Shout out to Mr. Magic. in the house. Yeah. Mr. Magic, what's happening, my brother?
You know I'm at the pump, right?
What's good?
You know I got a pump, right?
What it do, Mr. Magic? Talk to me, man.
Ain't nothing, you up here telling me, talking about you ain't got our money. Listen, brother, I'm robbing Peter to pay for Paul, and all them bitches Paul. I got that pump, right?
You got it.
Pump, you know I'm at the pump, right? Yeah, man, I want to give love to Larry Frank, all the family, man, B-Mac, you know what I'm saying, all the boys.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give them some love, man, and prayers. Everybody in my prayers, man. I pray for everybody, bro, because we need it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that game yesterday, we did what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I didn't like that little love to sleep they did. I thought they should have just went on out there and knocked their head off real fast. But I think Cam was trying to tighten up some stuff and trying to make old Brian a better receiver because he looked scared. They've been throwing him around like a rag doll and shit, and he's scared to catch the ball. So I need him to tighten his ass up because we gonna need him. We gonna need him. We gonna need him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing that, bruh, you know, you was talking about your Raiders. Listen, bruh, you can have Tua. You know, we got motherfuckers getting handcuffed before the game. You know what I'm talking about?
I seen that, man.
I seen that.
I seen that.
Jump up, come to the game. You know what I'm saying? Catch 100 and some yards of passes. And it's like, fuck everybody. So now we dealing with it down here. That's the thug mentality the Dolphins got. But, you know, back to McCain's, bro. Mario doing a good job of playing everybody. I enjoyed what I seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I seen him and it's like, okay, ready, because we gonna need these people at the end of the year, bro.
Yep.
And I love Cam swag. You know what I'm saying? He got that swag like, yo, okay, after the game, we got an hour. Celebrate this shit and it's on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and I might be looking too far there, but how we gonna find this shit next year, nigga?
hey, listen, you know we've been talking about that, bro. Like, listen. And that's what that's why I cannot get comfortable, bro, because you know you only got it for 1 year. And that's the thing, I'm just praying. I know it. He definitely, man, he one of them one-on-ones, bro. And it's just one of them things, man, to where it's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna be hard, man, because you looking at what you watching right now, and to go backwards in anything that's less than this, man, it's gonna be hard because it's such a luxury, man, to where you see this man finding all these different receivers, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys were open. These guys were open all last year. And we finally got a quarterback that can distribute the ball and get everybody touches. And it's just like, man, it's just a match made in heaven, man. But again, it's 1 year. Shout out to B Nard. What up, B Nard? Yeah, man, it's hard.
It's like this, dude. This is why I say I seen him take that hit that he threw the ball to Horton, and I cringed, dog.
Yeah.
When he ran that ball in, I cringed. Because as you can see, it ain't shit random.
And injuries happen.
Fucking and up the road, bro.
Yeah.
Pop-Tart can't do shit.
You should say
Pop-Tart can't even hold a goddamn football, man.
Poffenberger? Poffenberger?
Yeah, Pop-Tart. That bitch named Pop-Tart. He popped up out of that motherfucker and got the scatting. Because he can't throw the goddamn ball. He can't throw the ball. And I'm saying to myself, this what you ran that man out of town for?
Yo.
Come on, man. That's the only mistake that I'm really holding against Mario, dude. I hope we can bounce back from this shit. Because that was a fucked up move. That man been there for 3 years, die hard UM, like he was born and raised in Miami, but he's from Georgia. and you shit on him like that, bruh. This shit here, I'm just praying that we can make it through the season healthy, bruh.
Yeah.
Because what we got, our whole season tanked if anything happened to this brother.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm going to bring up Mario. I seen it yesterday. I don't want to fucking see it no more. Get that man out the game. Fuck padding numbers. I know you trying to, but we trying to get somewhere. We got him on a rental for a year. God damn it, let's get what we can fucking get out of, and let's go. Don't be leaving him in there for those 3 quarters like that, and you got a big ass lead. That don't make no fucking sense. You know you ain't got nobody behind him. Nobody. Get shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I got something for your ass. Hit his ass, B.
Hit him one time.
Yeah.
You know I'm at the pump, right?
That's damn right. We got the pump. I'm gonna put some buckshots in your ass. Bullshit. I see y'all in there, bro. Much love. Like I said, all prayers to everybody. Keep y'all head up, man.
All right. Love you, Mr. Magic.
Love you too, bro.
All righty, brother.
All right.
Mr. Magic, y'all.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah. Lines open. Telephone number 404-981-3997. Yeah. I mean, I thought that I didn't think he needed to come back out after halftime because again, I didn't feel like that we were threatened at all by FAMU. But I guess he wanted to give him some more reps. You on with you talk. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Anthony from Florida.
Hello?
Anthony from Florida.
What's up, Ant Man? What's going on, Ant Man? Anthony Mazzano is in the building. Ant Man in the building. What's up, Ant?
How are you?
What's going on, Ant?
I have a question. When it comes to like what recruits do you think, what position in terms of recruiting do you think that game against Florida and the last game made an impact more? Was it against, would you say it was the receiver position or the DB position for recruiting, like in terms of standing with the big time recruits in this year's class and next year's for receiver and DB?
I would hope the defensive backs class, Ant, because I think that's a position of need.
We don't really need a lot of receivers.
That's just my opinion. I think that we're thin at that position, and I think that we need to definitely recruit heavy at the defensive backs position. So that's what I'm hoping, that at least, especially the Florida game, because there was that one particular player, Pickett, that said that he wanted to see what we did against Florida. Yeah. So, hopefully that swayed him in a way, man, that he would, I don't know. He said he's, definitely committed to LSU, but we'll see. Things can change with these kids, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, and for me, I think we're going to win these next 3 games. For me, the ACC schedule is what. There's a few top games in the ACC that I'm kind of worried about. Scott Brown seems to outcoach Mario, the guy at Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with me that he seems to outcoach Mario? Like,
I agree.
Mario's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he more tactically efficient? Is that why that happens, or Mario is too over reliant on tactics that he gets in his own head?
I think the coach from Louisville is actually a good coach. I mean, we've seen what he did last year with less talent than what Miami had. He was able to scheme and he found weaknesses, and he took advantages of what he could, man, with what he had. And I just think that Louisville has the better coach. Well, again, we'll see. That happened last year, but we'll see if Mario made any adjustments from last year. And we'll see how that plays itself out this year.
I don't know what it is with Mario. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I noticed with coaches with not less talent, but it seems like when coaches don't have the amount of talent that Miami has. It seems they have to rely on their coaching ability, and they seem to outmaneuver Mario at certain parts of the game. Like I said, Scott Braum, the guy, I can't remember, the North Carolina State coach, I forgot his name, and Mac Brown at UNC. It seems like Mac Brown has Mario's number. I hope.
Mike Brown had Manny Diaz number 2.
Is that just a bad matchup for Miami coaches in general, not just Mario?
That's what it looked like the last 2 coaches that we've had. Again, I think it's a different team now. I think that Miami's definitely a better team, especially this year at the quarterback position. I think that's what we kind of like that last year against North Carolina. It was quarterback turnovers, with who we had at behind up underneath center. So I just don't think that if we played North Carolina this year, I don't think it would be a problem. I don't think it'd be a problem this year. We played North Carolina State, but we don't play neither one of those teams this year. So,
Yeah, and I've said this with Cam. When I look at Cam, I'm not saying he is a direct equivalent, but some of the plays Cam makes that are not natural for a quarterback to make reminds me a little bit of Patrick Mahomes. You know how Patrick at Texas, I'm talking about at Texas Tech, Patrick, where Patrick would throw across his body and it would still be a complete pass and stuff like that. And not like he would throw it how am I going to explain this? Like, you know how quarterback coaches tell you never to throw across your body? That causes multiple interceptions. Cam has this weird ability where he's probably the only quarterback in college football that gets away with that, where he's not going to throw an interception and stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. It's a Patrick Mahomes type of thing where Patrick does the same thing, where he can throw across his body and get away with it and not throw in the interception. You see that with Cam?
I do. I've seen a lot of it in the Florida game. He made a couple of throws like that to where he did get one picked off. But I just think that he believes in his ability.
The fumble.
Go ahead.
It seems like the fumbles have improved because of the offensive line. These last 2 games with Cam, because you're not hearing a ton of fumble issues with him during practices or that fumbling the snap.
But he had to do more. He had more that was delegated on him out there when he was in Washington State, man. He didn't have the line and he didn't have the weapons that he have now that he's at Miami as well. We got to remember that.
And that's where I don't get when fans criticize. When I heard fans criticize the Hurricanes for bringing him in, that's one of the things, and people need to realize he didn't have the talent on the offensive line to be able to not to. He was the one basically controlling that whole offense. The coach let him. I'm going to use a perfect comparison. It was like Justin Herbert when he first got to the Chargers. He was basically the one controlling that whole offense. The coaches basically let him do whatever he wanted. That's how Cam was at Washington State, basically. He didn't have a coordinator or coach to tell him not to make these same mistakes. He has Mario and Shannon Dawson now to help him with that and tell him not to make these mistakes, constant mistakes. Was there a young player that you liked in terms of performance last week?
Yeah, man. I would say that number 7. I'm still high on. I think it's Jaden Richards. I like this kid, man. I was actually getting him confused with number 25 at one point because their names are kind of similar. But, yeah, I like the safety a lot, man. He kind of reminds me of Jaquan Johnson with his physicality, man. He's always coming up trying to make tackles, man. He's in the box. Who you say?
Zaquan.
Yeah, Zaquan played good too, man. He got a lot of burn on Saturday as well.
Yeah. No, Jadis Richard is a corner, right?
Number 7. If we're talking, I'm talking about number 7. I think that's Jaden Richards. He's a safety. Number 7 is a safety.
Jaden. I know who you're talking about. The guy that we got from Oklahoma, the safety.
I don't think. Is he from Oklahoma? Now, number 25 is the cornerback, but their names are kind of similar. But I'm talking about the safety, number 7.
Jaden. I know who you're talking about. I forgot his last name though. Jadius Richard is the corner that we got from Mississippi
Jaden Harris. Yes, Jaden Harris. Thank you, Chris
Harris.
Kane. Yeah, Jaden Harris. That's the one I'm talking about, number 7. Yes. Yeah, that's the one that I was most impressed. I like his game, man.
Yeah. I stay away from Jaden because he has experience playing in college football and stuff like that. So I liked his performance, but I expect that from him because he's a veteran. He's played so much football and stuff like that. So a young player that hasn't really played in college football impresses me more. Like Jadius Richard, he played well. You didn't really hear about him. And for you, when you don't hear about a DB, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
To me, I haven't seen them get tested yet, so I want to see them with some.
In general.
To me, it's a bad thing because, again, I want to see more of our DBs because we don't hear about them a lot. You know, and I'm talking about the cornerbacks to be specific, not the safeties, the corners.
No, the reason why I asked that is because I have a bunch of Bama fans and Georgia fans where I live in Florida that live around me, and they say they rather not hear about the corner. Like they rather not hear him making mistakes. Like where it's better not to hear about the corner where he's getting burnt constantly. Do you agree with that sentiment? If you're an experienced team like a Georgia or a Bama who knows how to develop that position, or it's at Miami, or we're just getting there.
You know, again, you know, right? I'm one to think that I want to see them. I want
under pressure.
Yes, I want them to be able to. I want to see them against different athletes. I want to see them against an experienced or maybe a couple of wide receivers on another team there that has like maybe 2 weapons or so, man. So we can actually, you know, we can't.
And that's the issue for me. Besides Florida, these next few games, these teams, Ball State, FAMU, and UCF don't really have a receiver that can threaten our corners. So it's going to be hard to see how they perform when they're not going to be tested because these receivers they're not as talented, but they're not at that level. So once we get into the testing part, what you want to look at is when we get into the corners that can be tested when we go against our own conference, to be honest.
Well, we're going to get tested against Cal. I don't know if you watched the game between Cal and Auburn, that was a good game. Cal was throwing the ball around pretty good. So Cal got some good athletes on the outside.
Cal's in our conference. That's what I'm saying.
No. Cal isn't in our
conference game, right?
Yeah. No. Cal is not in our conference. Our first conference game is going to be Virginia Tech.
I thought Cal, SMU, and Stanford are already in the conference.
Cal is in the ACC. Cal is in the ACC. Yes. I don't think that's not a conference game. Cal is. Somebody put that up. Is Cal in the ACC? I don't think Cal is in the ACC. Are they?
Yeah,
they are.
After the Pac-12, the ACC brought in Cal.
I thought that was next. I thought that was starting next year. Okay. Bernard said yes, they are in there. Okay. Cal is okay. So, yeah. Andres said yes, they are. Okay, that's my bad. Okay. I thought it was starting next year. Larry Frank, what's up? Thanks, Larry Frank. Yeah, I know SMU is. Yeah, I just thought that Cal was coming over next year. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I think we're gonna be tested once we get into our conference. These non-conference games, Florida had maybe a couple guys, but we shut them down. Our corner shut. That was the main concern going into the Florida game, and they proved us wrong, that they wouldn't be able to shut down the speed of Florida's receivers and stuff like that.
Well, Florida had one weapon. That was their number 3 at wide receiver.
Oh, okay. Thanks for answering my call. Have a good day.
All right, you too, man. I appreciate you, man. And thank you.
It's you talk, baby.
Line is open. It's your show. It's the People's Show. Y'all already know what it is, man. Come on and call up. It's your show. I think I missed the 578 call. You got Mr. Magic calling back. Mr. Magic, what's up?
Hey, bro.
Hey.
I had to call you back. I had to call somebody out.
Who that?
Yeah, man. What his name? Honeyfoot, Sugarfoot. What his name is? Sweet Feet. What you call it? That damn Mel Bradley.
Oh, you talking about Sugarfoot?
Yeah.
That was Larry Frank calling. What's up?
That damn Honeyfoot. Yeah, I just want him to know. I ain't forget he talked shit to me that day. Me and you was on the phone and then hung up on us. I ain't heard from that dog ass nigga since. But you know he only. Hey, did you ever get your plate for that photo supposed to have been ran?
You say it again?
Damn it, I want mine. You supposed to buy us some dinner for that photo my boy Howard supposed to ran.
Hey, when you come up into the brass, press him. So Larry Frank gonna press him too.
Hey, I'm gonna tell him. Hey, listen, bro. He can stick some chicken in the honey feet all he wants to. I don't give a fuck. I owe him. He was talking all kind of shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why. And they're gonna hang up. I just been meaning to tell you, bro. I ain't got that shit off my heart yet. I'm gonna have to talk to that motherfucker. God damn it. So tell Mr. Honeyfoot he need to see me, goddamn it, come to the bag.
I'll let him know.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Hey, caller, you over Utah. Station name where you calling from. James Freeman, I got your neck.
This is Rod D. Calling from Boynton Beach, Florida.
What's your name, brother? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Corey from Boynton Beach, Florida.
Corey, what the hell going on, man? Corey in the building, man. Boynton Beach in the building. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Corey.
And the way the ACC scheduling is, one or two conference games and then the other teams not playing each other, that would make it more competitive. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the scheduling tonight. Mm-hmm. They got Miami at the bottom, like in the middle tier, because we haven't played in ACC games.
Right.
All right. The first ACC game we played is Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next ACC game we play is Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cal don't play for 2 weeks before they play us.
Okay.
Because we play on the 21st, and then we play each other on the 5th of October.
Right.
So they going to be game plan for us. Now, Cal play Auburn. Auburn off suspect. But with 5 turnovers, and you only get 21 points, that's kind of like iffy. But the only thing that scares me is the game plan that we're going to be playing all them consecutive weeks.
Yes, sir.
So we got to be able to win so we can keep our team healthy. We got to be able to rest them players and get them out of there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because the way the ACC is not no division. And the way these teams not playing each other, there's a lot of teams that ain't playing nobody. North Carolina, if you look at their schedule is, if you talking about the Miami schedule cupcake, look at North Carolina's schedule whenever you get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of iffy stuff going on where it's not you playing no one side. It's a lot of iffy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your take on that?
Yeah, Corey, here's my thing, man. That stretch, man, the way we playing in conference, man. Think about it, man. We got Virginia Tech, Cal, Louisville, Florida State, Duke, Georgia Tech. I mean, man, that's a gauntlet, man. My thing is, though, the only and Syracuse the last game. But the game that scares me the most, man, I was talking to a couple of guys, Corey. That Cal game scared me, bro. Going out there.
It scares me because they got 2 weeks. You got to remember they play on the 21st. Right.
Yeah.
And then we play that Friday night against Virginia Tech. They don't play that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play us the following week on the Saturday.
On the Saturday.
They got 2 whole weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you say that's the game which game out of all those conference games, which one do you feel like is the trap game?
I think that is because Cal got them 2 weeks.
You think it is that Cal game? Yeah, me too. I agree.
Because they got 2 weeks. You know, anytime you got 2 weeks, even though you come out that 1 week, now they say you got a bye week. You're not supposed to be doing anything on your bye week. But tell me what college team ain't preparing already.
Right.
You know, when on your bye week, they say, oh, you have so much practice. That's a damn lie. I played college football. You know, you in meeting rooms and all kind of stuff. You got player-led practices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a damn lot so much you got a week off.
Right. Now, Corey, I'm gonna tell you another game too. I don't know if you had a chance to see this game this weekend, but everybody thought just because of the score, and I'm talking, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say, right? That USF and that Yep. That game right there, because them boys got athletes. I think where they kind of wore down at Corey, I think the depth caught up with them. I don't think that they had enough depth to go all 4 quarters against Alabama. But that game right there was tight all the way up until like the middle of the third quarter, bro, toward the end of the third quarter, actually. And that may be a game too.
What people got to realize, South Florida, they're in that Lakeland area. They right in the right spot. Only thing South Florida was missing was a good coach.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because the way they located at, Lakeland High School, look at Lakeland High School, always been a good school.
Yeah, the Dreadnoughts. Yeah, that's where I'm from. That's my area.
So, you know, you plucking right there and you get a couple. Only thing you need is a couple athletes to go with them.
Yep, there you go. And Corey, that's the same thing for UCF as well.
I'm telling you, they right in the right boroughs of the county they need to be in. All they can take is money. And they got the money in them areas. The only thing it take is a good coach coming there with a good pedigree. Them schools gonna take off. How come University of South Florida is building and extending their stadium? Them people got money up there. Look how big. Central Florida got one of the biggest alumni in the country.
Yeah.
It's not in the state of Florida. They got more student body than Florida State and Florida. Just Google it and do your research. And then when you're in Orlando, see all that stuff they building up in Orlando.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Corey. Talk to me about your thoughts on the game about this past Saturday. Tell me what you like and what you didn't like, if anything.
Okay. I like that Mario started sprinkling in the reserves in the second quarter. That one play, because I was at the game, because I go to all the home games, you know.
Okay.
When that breakdown on coverage, you see Jadez Richards, he goes with the safety guarding the man that's going in the middle. That's a communication lapse. That's come from not getting enough reps.
They say it.
You know? So the safety already in the middle. So it's like the game time rep, it ain't slowed down for them to know I got outside. So that breakdown, and then that dude who caught the ball, he's from Orlando, some kind of area. If he got any kind of field awareness, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had no field awareness of where he was, and he was just so happy that he caught the ball. If he had field awareness, any other team, they would have exploited that. That automatically would have been touchdown.
Did you like the fact that Mario was, like you say, sprinkling them guys in early, kind of putting them in, you know, somewhat again, I didn't feel threatened the whole game, even when it was like 25-6. I felt like we was always in control. But did you like the fact that he was putting them in there in them certain, situations like it was kind of tight? We didn't really had opened it up yet, giving them that type of experience, man, Corey?
Well, we don't have no other choice but to sprinkle them players in like that, because you cannot play your starters like that. Like see how he put Jalen Rivers on ice. If it was a big time game, Jalen Rivers would have started.
Right.
So he iced him. He iced a lot of players, and which is a smart move, because we should be competitive enough to be able to handle the lower tier. Even though mistakes gonna happen, you gotta be able to let them guys groom, because next year Jalen Rivers is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So Bell got to be ready to be one of our tackles next year.
Mm-hmm.
With the physicality and how big he is, he's another Brian McKinney. He's just waiting to break out.
Corey, what are you, about 6'9"?
6'8".
6'8". That's a big boy, man. That's a big boy.
Yeah,
he look big on TV, bro.
No, he look big in person, because I seen him.
You say he big in person, Corey?
man, that joker, he look like a Calais Campbell playing offensive tackle.
Boy, listen, I'm gonna believe you, because I'm sitting there, man. We were watching the game, and I'm like, boy, that's a big man, boy. That's a big man there, boy. That joker look huge, boy.
I was in the change, walk through that joker, walk past. I said, God, that green giant from.
He's big, boy.
Man, he's a specimen.
What is? Is he a sophomore?
Actually, he's a junior.
He's a junior? Okay.
He came from the JUCO. He's a junior. Like I said, he's like another Brian McKinney. He just, next year, that's his spot.
Yeah, that's him?
For sure. That's his spot next year, brother. I tell you no lie.
I seen Pancake, man. Pancake came in and played pretty good too, Corey. I was checking Pancake out.
I like Pancake, but I think he's 2 years away from playing the tackle spot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
okay.
Okanola, all them boys, it's like Mario trying to build, like, people don't realize you got to have a buy-in to your program. Okay? Back in the days, the Miami Hurricanes practice hard. See, listen, brother, I'm 48 years old. I remember my mama told me to go to bed in the 80s. At certain times, the old school parents ain't play. At certain time, you go to bed.
Right.
I remember sneaking up to finish watching the Boston College and Miami game with Doug Flutie, and I cried like a baby. I was like 9 years old. I'm talking about, that's how big of a Hurricane fan I am. Mm-hmm. I cried like a baby when I see Doug Flutie throw that ball. I said, oh, Lord, they cheated us. A kid don't know no better. And then that Notre Dame game, when they called the fumble in the end zone, and that man know he crossed the line. Mm-hmm. When Notre Dame cheated, I cried like a baby. I'm talking about, I'm a little kid. So that's how much I can watch my team. I can tell when my team was good. These last 20 years been like traumatic to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I don't age going through this. Cause I say, man, this ain't what we're supposed to look.
Right.
Every year I talk jump. So when I see them play, I get on the phone with everybody else. The Florida State fans, no, we don't got it. We don't got it. But this is one of the years that we do have it. But what are we going to do for next year? Because we got a dilemma for our quarterback situation. I thought that they did a wrong thing, like the caller said before, with Ja'Cory Brown.
We agree. We've been saying that, man, for the longest, bro. We agree.
But what happened was that podcaster, when you bring an athlete on your podcast, a lot of things you got to be educated to say, I'm not putting that on there.
Let me ask you this, Corey. You think that's what sunk the ship, Corey? You think that podcast, what he did with those guys, you think that was like the nail in the coffin for him? You think Mario was extra sensitive when he heard that, and that was just it? He broke all ties.
Yeah, because first of all, he didn't want to accept the role that Mario wanted to give him. Like Mario still wanted to redshirt him, but he seen the way that offense was going. He wanted Ja'Cory to be a player in the red zone where we needed scores. Ja'Cory didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So now he like, are you being selfish or are you being a team player? So, and then when they started courting, you know, that's the old school word, courting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He started courting, you know what I'm saying? He started courting in war. That made Brown really feel like a certain way. But that comes from maturity of the coaching staff and the player. Listen, we feel like you're not ready. Be honest. So what are you going to do to get ready? See, a lot of people put things on people's plates. That's like me going to a buffet. I put all this stuff on my plate and I know I can't eat.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like he was ready though? I felt like he was ready though. I felt like he hadn't showed us enough, and the job definitely should have been his, especially after that game against Rutgers, man. Like, what else did they want him to do, bro? If I'm Ja'Cory, I'm the same way. I feel like Ja'Cory feels though, Corey, to be honest with you.
But I look at his skill set.
Mm-hmm.
He needed one more year. This year, if he could have sat behind Ward this year, would have been a great learning experience for him. Because the team already bought in for him. But he need that extra study room. Because you know he got like a learning disability disorder too now.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't be knowing stuff like that. You know, he's very fidgety. He can't sit down for too long. He sit down too long, he one of them kids that got to go up and stand up and do all this. He can't sit down too long. See, a lot of people don't be knowing stuff about these players, man. There's a lot of stuff them coaches got to deal with.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's the truth. It's out there. And he talked about it on the podcast when they put all that stuff out. He talked about it.
So let me ask you this. What do you feel confident in what we got behind Cam right now? Do you feel confident in anything that's behind Cam right now? Let's just, fingers crossed, I'm just saying, let's just say if something was to happen to Cam, do you feel like we got anything that can come in and hold the ship down, bro?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a hell to the no.
I agree.
It's a hell to the no. That's why Mario should have told Ja'Cory, listen, we need you. That's when the coach got to come. Sometimes the coach got to bow down too.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because the guy, that UCF quarterback that they got from Arkansas, I like him, but I don't like him.
Talking about Jefferson.
Yeah, but when Ja'Cory take over the reins next year, the thing that this kid ability is off the charts. Only thing he just gotta learn how to read, learn how to be more decisive, and trust his skills. And he need to learn how to throw with touch. That's the only problem. He can throw all them deep balls, but you got to be able to know when to touch it, when to firm it, and when to be strict with it. And that was his problem.
That's what's up. Corey, I ain't trying to rush y'all. I got a couple other calls we trying to get up in here, bro.
I know, bro. I know we only got so much time. I know this conversation was intriguing because I see your...
Yeah, I'm sitting there I'm like, wow, the phone just ringing. Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, brother, I be calling you. I be on all y'all chats, mine and Flow. I be on everybody's stuff, man. You know, I'm thinking about starting me a podcast. My wife been trying to get me to do it for years. She's like, baby, the way you analyze football, the way you know it, and stuff like that. I used to coach a little bit, but then I started having babies, and I said, man, I need more time at the house than I got in the football field. Man, that stuff is hard to pull teeth.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Well, we'll support you if you do. You already know we're gonna be on your channel as well, man. So definitely, you should do it.
All right, brother. We'll stay in contact. I got your information and stuff like that. I'll hit you up in your DM.
Most definitely, man. If you can, man, come up here in November to the Bash, dog. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time, man. Come up here if you can, bro. November the 8th.
All right, man. Much love to y'all channel, man. Much support. And man, anything I could do to support y'all, man. Yeah. I'm gonna put my thing in your chat so you can be able to email me or whatever. So anybody can email me. Because, you know, notoriety is sobriety. Keep a mind in peace.
Do that, bro. Put it in there, and I'll put my email address up too. So send me your number, and I get with you this weekend.
All right, bet, brother. Much love.
Man, likewise, bro. Be safe, man. Love you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, later too.
All righty, later.
All right.
Great call, man.
It's you talk, baby.
Boynton Beach, Florida, man, in the building, man. Shout out to Corey, man. Great call, man. Shout out to Corey. James Freeman, I'm holding it for you, bro. It's your world, James Freeman. I'm holding it for you. Then I got Chris Kane coming in, y'all. After James Freeman. I'm holding it for you, James. Come on with it. Great call, man. Great call, man. Yeah, that's the only thing, though, Corey, man. We just got to pray, like Magic was saying, like we all been saying. The man got to stay healthy, man. Cam Ward got to stay healthy. We got to keep him upright. Cam, continue to get down on the ground when you scramble or get out of bounds, bro. Because I'm like you, Corey. I don't believe in nothing that we have behind him. You know, it is what it is. You know, I seen Poffenberger. I mean, I don't think he played bad. But again, man, that was only a small sample size. And, hey, man, we got to keep Cam safe, man. We got to keep him upright. But, again, man, it was a great win. This weekend, man, we got Ball State. I think the kickoff is at 3:30. 3:30, man. So gonna be looking forward to that game, man. Shout out to the Canes. It'll be back at Hard Rock again. So no, actually we go to Ball State. I'm sorry. We're going to Ball State. No, we home. We home, right? Yeah, we home. We home against Ball State. Sorry about that. We home. James, here we go, James. James Freeman in the building. James Freeman in the building, man. The Italian Stallion. Shout out to James Freeman, man. Shout out to James Freeman in the building.
What is up? What is up, fam? What is up?
What's up, brother? What's good with you? What's up with you, James? How you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. And, you know, I don't know if Larry told you or not, but tomorrow night I got the football coach, the head football coach for West coming on the show, episode 40. We already legitimate, you know that. So it's
that's what's up. Plug it. Tell them. Let them know what it is.
Yeah,
Let them know.
Rebels with a Cause, my YouTube channel, Rebels with a Cause, following the West High Rebels there from Knoxville, Tennessee, going for a three-peat that's never been done in the Class 5A before. So we're trying to make history, and we cover all the West Rebel sports and just trying to get the message out there for kids and that cause don't stop when the clock hits zero, baby. So definitely tune in, hit us a like, definitely love all the support. Cuban Kane even supports me, so I really appreciate him and so forth. So, but tomorrow night we're going to have the head coach on, and should be a fun show. So, yeah.
You telling me the hater Cuban Kane, your biggest hater supports you? I love that, bro.
And giving thumbs up and everything. So I love it. So yeah. So we still got to do that great debate someday. But I'll make it quick because I know a lot of people want to call in. You know, to go off of the last caller, you know, if you asked me the same question, Devin, about what do we have after Cam Ward, it ain't anything, man. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying his name wrong until he gives me a reason to say his name right. But I think one of the worst decisions we could have made, and I don't care that Cam Ward may have that ship may have already sailed. Thank God it didn't. But you just saw a glimpse the other night of what it would have been with Peter Puffer. But I mean, he was absolutely awful, and the ball got knocked out of his hand. I mean, listen, dude, I'm 5'8". I was never meant to play quarterback, and neither was that guy. let alone for the University of Miami. So somebody needs a refund for that NIL deal. At this point, I know they're trying to redshirt Emery, and they should have redshirted him anyway, but realistically, they should have, made some kind of a deal with Jakari to make him be the backup this year and so forth. I mean, you already had him redshirt last year. That Rutgers game didn't count against anything. You're allowed to play in 4, but yeah, I mean, at this point, other than Peter Puffer, I want to see what Judd Anderson can do. And I know it ain't much. I mean, he's tall and he's going to get there. But truth be told, next year they better be on the docket for another big-time quarterback like a Cam Ward, or hand the reins over and take a lot of lessons in that freshman Luke Nickel, who I think is a good player, but never do you really start a true freshman. I mean, you really don't. You need to have somebody with experience and ready to go. And it's a scary thought, to think that Peter Puffer is the guy if something happens to Ward. It really is scary. But,
it is.
But in terms of the game, though, there were parts where I got excited and there were parts that I got mad. And this is what I talked about last week when I called in. You're going to get everybody's best shot. I mean, let me tell you something. There's some guys there on that Florida A&M squad. They're trying to go for a back-to-back national championship in their division, and props to them. And they got athletes. They got guys that played in Florida, and they were given effort out there. And there were times where they were getting to the ball and getting to the tackler and going up for 50-50 balls, more so than the guys that are highly rated for Miami. And that bothered me. Take, for instance, this Brown kid that we got out of Houston. I ain't seeing it. I think Horton should be playing more than him. I think that was another garbage one right there. And until he proves otherwise, I mean, he's in his own head, and he's dropped it, and he's screwed us out of like 14 points. If it was fantasy points, he'd be the worst player on your fantasy team or whatever. You drop him tomorrow. You drop him yesterday. But seriously, I mean, if he's going to be that way, give Horton a shot. Give Nye Carr a shot. Give JoJo Trader a shot. Look what his counterpart's doing over at Ohio State. He's already leapfrogged all those guys and is making plays for the Buckeyes. And I hate it because he should be a freaking king. But that's here nor there. I'll tell you another guy who's absolutely unimpressed me, and I just don't see it, is Ray Joseph. I mean, there's a reason why Clemson really wasn't that sad to see him go. And I hate that because, he was one of Uncle Luke's guys and everything, but I ain't seeing it. I don't see it on punt return. I'm ready to see Chris Johnson back there at punt return at this point. I mean, I just don't see it. And, look at the that they moved Robbie Washington to cornerback. Yep. I mean, that's all you need to see there. So that recruiting class, when it came to receivers, was a big F in my opinion. Now it's too early to tell with these guys, and thank goodness Jacoby George has kind of turned the attitude problem. Thank God we got the X-Man. He has been, and Horton has really stepped it up from that first recruiting class that was the transitional class from Manny to Mario. But damn, I mean, there are some guys that still do not belong on this team. I'm sorry, we can do better, and hopefully if we can keep winning, that we can flip some of these 5-stars and 4-star guys want to be a part of the mission and keep it going. But realistically, I hope Mario does continue just what he preaches. And, the reason why he left those starters in there or brought them all back in is because the guys that he did put in there situationally just completely crapped the bed. And what happens when you're playing a better opponent, like a Cal, like a Virginia Tech, USF here in a couple of weeks? I'm not so much worried about USF. I'm not saying that we're going to roll them or anything like that, but I think that game on Saturday helped get Miami focused in terms of, that's a team that wants to beat you. Their quarterback was talking all sorts of trash at the media days about beating you and everything. Well, at least we got Cam Ward. They had Jalen Milroe, and it took a quarter collapse by South Florida, and Alabama jumped on. So I'm hoping Miami starts fast, takes the crowd out of the game, kind of like what they did in Gainesville. I agree with you, Cal could be trouble, but the team that really scares me is Louisville. I think that Louisville's got the athletes. The coach has already proven he can outcoach Mario with what happened last year, and he didn't even have as good of a team as Mario did last year. That's the scary thing. So that's the one thing that you've got to keep in mind. And here's the other thing, too. we've gone to Papa John's Stadium before and got the absolute shit kicked out of us twice. So until you can prove you can win on the road in some of these ACC venues, nothing is a guarantee. That Syracuse game at the end of the year, thank God it's in the indoor Carrier Dome, because if that had been outside, we'd be freezing our asses off on November 30th or whatever the hell it's going to be played, you know? But they got a quarterback that's trying to prove himself, because he got forced out and was blamed for all that Michigan losses and everything, and he looks like a guy on a mission there. And that coach that Syracuse hired from Georgia, he ain't going to be there long. Somebody's going to be offering him a big-time job here soon. That guy's the goods. A couple of other observations, because I want to make sure everybody gets on. You know, at least we're 2-0, guys. I mean, I saw some bad football this weekend. I mean, there are some teams that should be praying to God right now that they are still undefeated, and it ain't going to last long. I'm talking about the Oregon State. I'm talking about the Oregon. That's a complete garbage. Boise State should have won that game hands down. Same with Bowling Green against Penn State. Penn State looks horrible. I mean, that's another team that just looks absolutely awful. And thank God that Notre Dame showed what frauds they are, and realistically are already out of the conversation before it began, because at their schedule, it was absolute Swiss cheese. And you're looking at it that maybe they could get beat by Purdue this weekend and some other teams. And I hope they do, because they have no business being a part of the conversation, especially if they can't even handle the Illinoises of the world. Nobody wants to see them get in there and get their asses. Well, we do want to see get their asses kicked, but it's taken a spot up from a more deserving team that probably played in a conference and everything of that nature. The main point of it is this: we're 2-0, soon to be 3-0. We're going to kick balls, State in the balls, and hopefully keep this damn thing going. Again, the rest of the can kiss our orange and green 305 ass, and I just hope that the boys bring the intensity every week, just like they did that Florida game. Every game they should see that opponent take care of itself. Love you, brother. Take care of yourself. For Larry Frank and everybody in Louisiana, praying for you, man. I hope this isn't as bad as they say it's going to be. And go Canes.
Go Canes, Jay Freeman. I'll be tuning in tomorrow night, too.
Thank you, brother.
All righty.
It's you talk, baby.
James Freeman with the fire, man. You already know, man. Every time he call in, man. Great point, man. Listen, man, it's You Talk, man. You on with the game recap show, man, on Monday nights. Y'all know how we do it, man. I was telling my dog, man, my brother Larry Frank Jr., telling some of my homeboys too, man. You know, Miami cracked I guess we're number 10 now. There was a team that I watched that really impressed me, man. I was telling Larry Frank, and the quarterback is going to be a damn problem, man. That quarterback from Tennessee, he the truth, man. I don't care what nobody say. That dude there as a freshman, man, you talking about 6'6". I'm talking about can see the field. He's accurate, got a cannon for arm. That dude there is going to be special, man, the quarterback from Tennessee. But I'm with James Freeman, man. A lot of these guys, a lot of these teams that were winning this past weekend should have took some L's. And I feel bad for Marcus Freeman, man, over there at Notre Dame, man, because, you know, I be rooting for him, man. He a brother, man, and there ain't too many else out there that got those jobs, man. And I hate Notre Dame. I do. But I was low-key rooting for Marcus Freeman, man. But they going to get Marcus Freeman from out of there, man, for losing to Northern Illinois or whoever the hell they lost to, y'all. He ain't going to be there that much longer, man. But like he was saying, as far as Penn State, Penn State definitely should have lost to Bowling Green. But in Oregon, I see one coming too, man. But Colorado, man, Dion, man, y'all don't look too good neither, man. And, you know, I like me some prime time, man. But y'all got handled by Nebraska, man, and that offensive line still look the same, man. So, Miami, you pretty much control your own destiny. Just keep on winning. Keep on winning, man, and let everything else, man, handle itself, man. But I don't know. If you guys ain't got nothing else to say tonight, man, like I say, we come on, man, we give everybody a chance. We got a 305 calling, man. Just when I'm fit to get off, boy, they say they still got something else to say. Let's see who we got. Call us, state your name and where you calling from.
First name Al, last name Davis, and I'm calling from Las Vegas.
Cuban Kane in the building, y'all. Cuban Kane, I don't run for my lick, Cuban Kane. I don't run for my lick, my homeboy. I take my lick, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cuban Kane?
No, so you have a question up there. Oakland Raiders QB Minshew for sale. Okay, I got a trade for you. Minshew for TBD.
No, I don't want neither one, man. I don't want none of that shit. I send him over to Miami, man, over there with you with Tua. I don't want none of that.
Nah, man, we're good. By the way, F them damn cops. If you saw what happened, F them damn cops, bro.
Yeah, man, that was crazy, wasn't it, bro? I couldn't, I was actually, man, watching the pre-show and I walked away and when it was breaking news, one of my homeboys from Houston called me and was telling me about it, man. I was like, wow, man, like they arrested, well, they had him on the ground. My thing was, if it was that bad, why y'all didn't take him to jail? So they was just messing with him, bro. They didn't have to do all that, man. That was crazy.
Oh, they got the police cam out.
Oh, they do? Oh, really?
Yeah, they got the police cam. Yeah.
Oh, I got to check it out when we get off. Okay. Is it crazy, Cuban Kane?
Yeah, man. It's my people. The latter say just thinking, they got that power trip, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And you know how it is to be a black man in America. That's all I got to say.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yes, sir.
But yeah, overall, the game was pretty good outside of number 70. I'm sorry. I don't know if you saw the PFF ratings. Number 70 had the worst ratings for the offensive lineman in that game. He needs a red shirt here. He looks a little bit sloppy. I know he's big and everything, but he was not impressive. I get on Mirrorball's head.
You talking about the guy that you talking about the lineman that me and Corey was talking about?
Yeah, that dude, Bell.
Okay, Bell. Okay.
Yeah, he had the worst PFF rating. The two people that I'm questioning is number 70 and that number 11. Number 11, you got to catch the ball. You look like Wiggins out there. You know what I'm saying? That kind of scares me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, just, but outside of that,
what about the defense? What about the defense, Cuban K? Who did you like on the defense side of the ball?
So I was on South Coast show, and when good coach, you can see that Jason Taylor's a good coach, right?
Yeah.
He has that D line rotating. It's deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's full of 4 or 5 stars, right? And that's something that we don't have on the offensive line. That's why I get on Mirrorball's head a lot because all this great thing is a bunch of 3 stars up in there, but Jason Taylor got them, 4 to 5 stars, and they're rotating, and they're deep, they're aggressive, and they're good. Same thing with the linebackers. Same thing with the DBs. The defense is doing a damn job. You know what I'm saying?
What's your thoughts on Popo? Did you like Popo at linebacker? Because he had a couple pretty good plays up.
I don't have complaints about the defense. They, when it came time to keep out the end zone, they did. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is FAMU, right? Like, competition matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really looking at, the score or anything like that. I was really looking at how efficient you are, what, if you're being smart, not doing those dumbass penalties. I don't know what happened with the penalties. That just came out of nowhere. I was like, that's not a good thing. But, to be honest, I was really looking at other games like that USF game. We better pay attention because one thing that I noticed from that USF game, Bama has fast receivers, and they were not going away from like the South Florida DBs were hip to hip with them. You know what I'm saying? They were just as physical. So
they just didn't have the depth. I thought Cuban Kane. They didn't have the depth with that Alabama high, man. They ran out of gas.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, they ran out of gas, and that's when Alabama scored like 28 points in the fourth quarter, right? But it was 14-13 in the beginning of the fourth or something like that, right?
Going to the fourth,
So it's one of these things where the run game might be important because you're going to have to wear them down. It's a 7 p.m. game. So that's a good thing and a bad thing because if it would have been like a noon or 3 o'clock game, that sun could have killed USF, but that's going to be a critical game. You know what I'm saying? That's a game that we have to worry about and look at. And Oregon looks bad. Oh, hey man, what's up with your boy? Cut the check, man.
Man, I seen that, man. I mean, I'm like, damn, SMU, man. Yeah, that was ugly, man. I can't take over Rhett, man.
What's up with your boy, Rick? Cut the check, man.
I don't know what's up with my boy, man. I'm still Team Rhett, though, man. That's my guy, man. I'm still Team Rhett, bro. He just had a bad outing, okay? Just like your Dolphins was having until Jacksonville let you off the hook.
Hey, we won the game 1-0. That's all I know. What Rhett should have done, Rhett should have went after TVD. That's a match made in heaven. They don't have a quarterback over there. I thought that Stone dude was going to be good, but he's not. I mean, they benched him already for the freshman.
Mm-hmm.
But TBD should have went to a SMU and battled it out.
Don't they got Alabama this week? Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, yeah. Wisconsin got them.
Okay.
At Wisconsin, so
it's at Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the week after that, I think Alabama got Georgia, don't it? The week after that.
Yeah, and the week after that, they got Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But hopefully the Raiders get the lottery pick and they suck.
We need it. We need it. QB Kane, y'all. Fool. Hey, it's Utah. Call and state your name and where you calling from.
Hey, what's going on? This Kendall calling from Orlando.
Kendall in the building. Kendall in the building. Shout out to Kendall.
How you doing tonight,
man? I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, brother, man? We all just praying for our brother, man, Larry Frank Jr. and South Coast, man. They're in the path of that Hurricane Francine. He couldn't be on with his brother tonight, man. He told me to tell all y'all what's up, man. So I asked that you guys, everybody in the chat, all the Utah family and Kane Nation, pray for him, man. Talk to me, Kendo, man. What you thought about Saturday night, bro? FAMU, man, in Miami.
I say that the first half we played a pretty sloppy game. The first half, specifically when it came to the second team. The second team overall played sloppy and kind of undisciplined a little bit. I heard people talk about Markel Bell. The only problem that Markel Bell he has is that he's not staying and he's not using his size the way he's supposed to, especially when it comes into the pass rush. Because I'm a former I used to play D line, but I used to play, I used to be an old lineman when I was in Little League, but the fundamentals are still the same. The key thing about when you play O-line, specifically offensive tackle, when it comes to pass pro, is number one is your feet and staying under your hips. So what that means is that you're not standing up. You ain't standing up straight. When you stand up straight and you ain't moving your feet, the pass rush ain't got to be too fast. He's just gonna breeze right past you, and that was Markel Bell's problem. And the other thing is too, he was leaning too much. Anybody that ever played offensive line, when it comes to pass pro, if you're leaning over, if the defensive lineman, he don't even have to be that good. He just hit you with a swim move, hit you with a snatch and go, and next thing you know, your face on the ground, he's at your quarterback. And all that's because you ain't disciplined with your feet and you ain't playing under your hips like you're supposed to, and that's his problem. With his size being almost 6 foot, I think he's like 6'8" or something like that.
Man, Corey said he was 6'8", 6'9", something like that, boy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and he has to use his length, number one, his length and his size to stay in front of his man. And that's what he has to do, man. I think he's gonna be. We gotta remember this is his first year with us. He's coming from JUCO.
Right.
So he's still a developmental guy. But he has a lot of potential because he has the size already. He has the size, and I'm pretty sure that Coach Mario Cristobal will not have him come here if he didn't see the potential with him. Right. So I would say let's just hold it off on him, man. Just give the young man a chance. Give him a chance and let him develop, man. Because Coach Mario, he know what he's doing with the O-line. But overall, I would say, we played okay game as far as like discipline wise. I wasn't blown away by our performance, to be honest. I wasn't really blown away. The players who supposed to do what they do, they did what they did. But the thing is about the second team with the discipline, because we got the athletes. The athleticism isn't no problem, like you pointed out with Popo. Popo, man, he's gonna be that guy, man.
He is.
He's physical. He's violent. When I mean violent, he's a violent linebacker, man. I love that physicality out of him. He has a lot of intensity, and also he's a good tackler.
Yeah, he
He
is.
wraps up. He tackles you like he's supposed to tackle you, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, man, when it comes to overall, I think we played okay, even though we beat them up, but we played okay, man. I wasn't really that much impressed,
Okay.
So that's really all I had to say on that, man.
Okay. What you think about coming up this weekend against Ball State, man? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, Ball State, we got to punch him in the face. We got to punch him in the face. The same thing that we did with FAMU. We got to treat Ball State like it's Florida all over again. All these teams that we know on paper we're supposed to whoop on, we got to punch them in the face off rip. Stop playing with our food. Just like Alabama, just like what Alabama be doing, playing with their food. And be taking and another prime example, Notre Dame, playing with their food. Playing with their food, and look what happened. They got embarrassed on national television. Got embarrassed.
Yep.
Playing with what we need to do, we need to eat our food, man. We need to take the food off the plate and shove it in our mouths, man. To stop playing with the people that we're supposed to smash. We're supposed to smash you. We're supposed to destroy you, and that's what that's what I want to see. I want to see perfect execution, the same way that we did with Florida.
Yes.
Same way. Because a team like a USF, or they're gonna capitalize off of that.
Yeah, you better say it. You better say it.
You know what I'm saying? A team like even Virginia Tech, even though they ain't really, did all that yet, but
it's still a rival though.
Tech. They still a rival, exactly. They've been a rival with us since the '90s,
right?
And they always been a thorn in our ass,
right?
You know what I'm saying? These type of teams like this, if we don't play discipline like we're supposed to, we gonna have a rude awakening, man. And that's the type of thing we do. We cannot let these teams that we're supposed to smash, let them even play in the same field with us, man.
Right.
So that's all I have to say about that, man.
I got one more for you before I get you out of here, man. What you think about the number 10 ranking?
The number 10 ranking, I think it's cool, as far as like, especially the teams that was ahead of us, especially, man, really. I know we all talk about Notre Dame, but we all know Notre Dame, man. It's whatever with them. I already,
right.
Canes, man. I already know it's whatever with Notre Dame. But it's really about Penn State, man. Penn State, what they doing? Like these teams, it goes back to what I said is that these teams who on paper you supposed to smash, you playing with your food. These teams that's ahead of us, they playing with their food, man. You know what I'm saying? So as far as us being ranked number 10, I think it's cool for now. Me, I really don't take too much heed to all this. It's so early in the season.
Right.
I really don't take too much heed to that. But I do think we are a top 12 team right now.
Right.
But if it was me, based off how we played against FAMU, I would have kept our ass at 12, man. I would have kept us where we was at. But I wouldn't even move us up because I did not like how sloppy we played. But us being at number 10, it's straight, man. It's all right. It's whatever. We just have to see how the season gonna progress on. We're gonna know who is who midway through the season. That ain't even just with us. That's with everybody else. That's within the top 12. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, most definitely, bro. Man, like always, man. Great call, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. You already know, bro. Thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. And yeah, man, you can keep up the good work, bro. Us fans, we need these type of outlets like you, to be putting out the realness, man. Not none of this, Hollywood stuff that's been going on within the Miami Hurricane space, man. We need some real spaces like you to really say what need to be said. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So I appreciate your platform, brother.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, man. You already know, man. Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, go Canes, man. We'll see you on Friday. All righty.
Yes, sir. Lord's willing.
Lord's willing. There you go. Kendo, y'all.
It's Utah, baby.
Orlando, Florida, man. Appreciate the call, Kendo, man. All these 5 takes, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Chris Kane, man. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on my brother Chris Kane, man. We're gonna take this one last call, and he's in the building, man. I'm gonna let y'all go tonight. Chris Kane is in the building, man. Shout out to Chris Kane. Chris Kane is in the building. Shout out to Chris Kane. What's up,
brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, man. I can't complain, man.
That's what's up.
Had to take you off. What's the name real quick because I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
But I had to take you off the Bluetooth so I can hear you a little bit better. Am I sounding a little bit better?
Oh yeah. You clear. Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game. Didn't enjoy the penalties or anything else like that, but we went out there. We took care of business.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little lackadaisical in the second quarter. We got a little lazy. And I'm sure that this is when Mario needed to step in, and he did. And he stepped in when he needed to. He stepped in when he needed to give them that spark. And I'm sure the other coaches did as well. And everything like that. But he did what he needed to do. And he stayed out the way. He said his piece. And then them guys came back with that fire. And who's to say that they didn't hold themselves accountable? You know what I'm saying? For the quarter that they did. Yeah, you were up 25-6. Yeah, whatever. But, it could have been more.
Right.
So you dropped the ball. It's not no, well, I mean, we up, so why are we complaining? No, this is more of a team where now, they're more accountable for what they do. And you can see that. Because when they came out in that third quarter, it was over with.
Mm-hmm.
They got that ball back. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, they scored a touchdown. Went right down the field and scored. No playing, no nothing. All gas, no brakes. That's what we need to see. Every opponent needs to be put on notice. Like I said in the chat, everybody needs to be put on notice. Everybody needs to be taken to the point of where this is our redemption year. We're not going to play down to you because you are FAMU or you are Ball State or you are USF or you are whoever else or whoever else we play. We're not going to play down to you and then play up for FSU or Georgia Tech or whatever because they D1. Everybody going to get this smoke and everybody going to get it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to go in there. We need to minimize these penalties. Make sure we keep our head down, stay focused, and we need to go ahead and handle our business. You know what I'm saying? Because these games that are coming up are critical. Every game is critical. Every opponent is critical. Every opponent is critical. We cannot sell nobody short. And that's what I have as far as that. We got to get down with these penalties. It was unexcusable. I'm sure they know that. You know what I'm saying? And so they're going to go into this week knowing that, and they're going to minimize their penalties. And then after that, do we got a bye week after that, or do we go to the next game? And then got a bye week.
No, we go to the next game, and then we got the bye. We got the bye after, it looks like, after Cal.
Okay, so
because we play October the 5th, and then we play the 19th. We got Louisville.
Okay.
We got the bye after Cal. After Cal, yeah.
Okay. We got the bye after Cal. Okay, so we got USF, then we got Cal, then we got the bye week.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go ahead and handle our business and do what we need to do.
Yep.
And minimize these penalties because they're not helping us. You make these type of mistakes against another team that has more depth and that is, on that same level as you. You might not get that outcome that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to nobody else, family or anything like that, because they have a lot of great talent on that team. So it's just the simple fact is, this is a lesson learned. Even though you dominated the game, you still made mistakes in the domination of the game.
Right.
Stop making careless mistakes that you don't need to put yourself into. That's what we talked about before the beginning of the season. Right. Stop putting yourself in situations that you don't need to be into and put yourself in situations that you need to dominate, that you can have more of a success rate.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we need to do. And this right here is a lesson learned. We don't need to make the same mistakes because we make the same mistakes. We're not learning anything. We're going to make if we make the same mistake, God forbid, going against somebody else with a higher quality of a team, they're going to make us pay for it. And then we ain't got nobody else to blame for ourselves. This year is all about accountability, and we need to be held accountable for the things that we do.
Right.
And the shit that you don't do.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Definitely.
That's all there is to it. This week, we just go ahead and just handle business. And I should have led with this first for Larry Frank and South Coast King. We're praying for you. You know, praying for you brothers, man, and praying that everything is good with y'all and everything like that. Also with Brother Jay Blaze, I'm praying for you, brother.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I meant to touch on this last week. Yeah, I'm praying for you too, brother. I understand, man, and you have us in the deepest prayers, brother, for real. So that's pretty much what I got, man. I ain't really got nothing else. I just wanted to critique that, and we just move on, dominate and win. We won like how we were supposed to. It wasn't against Bethune-Cookman or 30-7. We actually went out there and whooped ass, doubled the score, and did what we needed to do, and walked off with a W. That's all we can do. Oh, and also, this is what I wanted to touch on, and then I'm gonna get out of here. As far as that situation with Cam Ward, we got to protect the back. Okay, got to protect the back because it looks good right now, but it's like it's like glass, and I don't like feeling that way because Ja'Cory would have been such a beautiful. It would have been such a beautiful point for him to be there to learn from Cam Ward and from him to get the knowledge so he can be ready.
That's what Corey was saying. Yep.
Right, and it just. But see, this is when you got to know how to pick your battles as a coach.
Yep.
Mario got in his feelings, got emotional.
Yep.
I made a drastic decision. Now that drastic decision could come back and bite you in the ass because you want to be King Dingaling. You can't do that. You got to learn how to. You got to learn how to stand on your own. You got to be able to not take no crap off nobody. We get that. Well, you also got to You also got to learn to pick and choose your battles. Every battle ain't for you to fight. It ain't for you to surrender neither. But you got to be lenient with some things. Okay, that would have been a perfect opportunity. Now, Parfenbarger or Poofananny or whatever his name is, I don't want to get the man's name wrong, but he just more of we're gonna have to wait and see what we get with that. You know, Emory, he's being redshirted, so we're just gonna have to do what we got to do because now we got to go back into the portal for next year and do this again. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
especially Chris Kane, when you had a guy that just wanted to be here, like we were saying, man.
Yes.
I mean, from Georgia, you couldn't tell if he was from Florida because he wanted to be a Kane, wanted to be here.
Right.
So he
wanted to be here. It's just a sad situation, and this is another learning treatment. This is another learning curve. The team learned about not being lackadaisical and everything else, and I'm sure that they learned that whenever they got there. And this is something that Mario is going to have to go into. But this is going to be a lesson. It's going to be being regurgitated to him all season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because God forbid, I'm knock on wood. God forbid, pray that nothing happens to Cam or anybody else.
Right.
Because we know the team would have played for him. Right. And we seen that in the Rutgers game, and we didn't even have everybody. And they got up to play for that young man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they'll get up and play for Parfenbarger and everything else like that. But Parfenbarger got to hold on to that ball. I'm sure that was his first game jitters because he's never really been in. So once he gets that out of his system, they work with him and get that out. I'm sure that he'll be fine. But it just would have been good to have a better secured safety net. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
instead of having a net with big ass holes that can't even catch water.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Catch some solids instead of that water. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I said before, ain't nothing we can do now. It's spilled milk. What you gonna do? Cry over it or get some napkins, clean the shit up, and pour you another glass?
Yeah.
You know what we gonna do? But anyway, man, I ain't gonna keep you too long, man. I know you're trying to get out of here. I know you got to get on the groceries.
Yeah, I got you know your brother Chris Kane. You already know.
I know about them groceries. I'm about to go get on some of these groceries. I got the damn refrigerator at the damn job.
It's time, man.
I'm trying to get on them. For real, man.
I'll be wanting to come on and let everybody. Yeah, definitely, bro, man. I appreciate you calling. You already know it. Like Kendo said, if it's the Lord's will, man, we'll see you back on Friday, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as always, go Canes.
Go Canes, man. Love you, brother.
Man. Love you, man.
All right, bye. Later.
It's you talk, baby.
You talk family, man. It's been real, man. I appreciate you guys, everybody that called in, everybody that joined the show, man. Again, I want to say, you guys keep our brothers in prayer, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. and Mr. South Coast Kane, man. Again, they're bracing for the Hurricane Francine. That's gonna be, coming through their way here in the next 24 hours or so. So everybody, we ask that you keep our brothers in prayer. Keep everybody in prayer that's out there, man, in the Houston, Texas area and Dallas, Louisiana, all throughout those areas, man. Just pray for everybody out there and everybody can get through this. So definitely, again, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for joining, and we'll be back here Friday, if the Lord's will, for the hype show, Ball State versus Miami. So again, everybody have a safe week. Y'all stay safe, take care of your families, man. Love on everybody, man, and y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. And we out. We love you guys. Cuban Kane, I think it's a cat. I think it's a cat 1, Larry Frank said, but it can get up to a cat 3. So I think the winds are like around, I want to say maybe 80 to 90 miles an hour the last time I checked, man. But definitely, man. Just keep everybody in your prayers, man. Everybody stay safe. Love y'all. It's Utah.
It's Utah, baby.